Hello everybody, I'm Iain, I'm the director of the Sarasota Ballet, and I'd like to welcome you to On Pointe. You're going to get the chance to see behind the scenes into the Sarasota Ballet's community engagement programs, which I hope you'll be inspired and proud of what the Sarasota Ballet does for the community. I have to tell you that I'm so proud to be director of the Sarasota Ballet. It means so much to be able to create this art form in a city that absolutely loves and respects the arts. I always believe that we're the jewel in the crown of the arts in Florida, but at the moment the organization has never been in such a great place. Not just with the professional company, which is getting accolades from all over the world. The audience, the donors, our loyal fans really love the ballet company and the ballet organization, and they're so generous. But we can't be selfish. We've got to give back to the community. I often say that the ballet is probably the best art form. I have to obviously say that because I've spent my life in this business, but what it is that we're able to incorporate much easier all the other art forms. So for instance, if we've got the Sarasota Orchestra playing for us, the music comes through our bodies. The vision is vast. There's so much that we need to do. Personally, although I had amazing parents who were so supportive, my education side was very difficult. I mean, I spent most of the time, I think, stood on a chair on the desk throughout the whole class. So it was a real struggle, and I was fortunate that somebody opened the door to dance, and it gave me a way to escape into somewhere different. So by many of these programs, I'm hoping that we may be able to open more doors and shine that light through so that we can suddenly see a child go, that's where I feel secure, that's where I could go. That's again what we want to do, is make sure that all the young children, and really sort of spread the seeds now and keep watering and keep until eventually our young community bloom and know that there's a special place and a place to be inspired from on all different levels.
Up in a painted cup, I will pour my love from a cloud above. So bright I can see the lights, taking you up and above the blue sky. Tastes good to be drinking all of the honey sweet brew of ours. Up in a painted cup, right in the sky like a firefly. Like a firefly. I believe to believe is to feel the fire grow within. I believe to believe is to see how the present comes from dreams.
This is a particularly great time for this company. Our leadership is strong, our international reputation as a dance company is incredible, and our education programs are so strong. So it is out of that strength. Where we have come and where we are going is really impressive and exciting. In 2020, the Sarasota Ballet staff and the Board of Trustees worked together to create a strategic plan to look at the future of the organization, and very much at the backbone of that plan was how can we strengthen and grow our audiences? How can we diversify our audiences and reach a larger audience in Sarasota? So I think these community programs speak to that, and each element of the programming that we're doing are targeted to different areas and different groups in order to bring more people to the ballet, but also bring the ballet to more people in Sarasota.
It's very important for our children to be engaged in arts and culture because it's those things that add their spice and seasoning to life. My name is Lisa Townsend, and I'm the Program Director for Dance the Next Generation for the Sarasota Ballet. Arts have proven to improve their test scores, improve their socialization skills, help with their thinking, their cognitive thinking abilities, and in all different categories of their lives. So we definitely believe in the value of arts education. So the main goals for Dance the Next Generation are to provide kids with the life skills that will encourage them throughout their life through the joy of dance, to provide them with a space where they can feel safe and experiment with dance, and also to encourage them to graduate from high school. The Dance the Next Generation program actually began before there was a professional company. It started pretty much at the same time, around 1989. Jean Widener Goldstein had a desire to allow people in underserved communities to experience the art of dance. And so she gathered some local leaders in the community and she got some information to help her put together a program that would reach out into these communities and provide dance for them. Some of the first classes were held at the mall downtown. I don't know if anybody remembers that because it's really not there anymore. It was our director, Mr. Iain Webb, plus our board of directors that got involved in getting us here. He had the space available and we came and checked it out and it worked out. And this was just one of the greatest things that could have ever happened for us. To actually have our own space that we can call our home was huge because we had never been in the same place over and over and over again that we could always count on and consistently be there. And it's just so nice to have this as our space. This is our home. The kids know this is where they come every single time. And that consistency is excellent. They need that in their lives.
And it's really nice because I have something to look forward to every Monday and Wednesday.
It makes me feel awesome because when I went here I was shy at first, but then all my friends were here, so that's how it makes me awesome.
One of the things we like to do in one of our classes is give them a voice where they can find their own style of movement, the way of expressing themselves through movement. Because when you do that, nobody can tell you what's wrong because that's how you move and nobody can argue with you. When it comes to ballet, when it comes to jazz, there are certain styles, there are certain techniques that you build within yourself. But when it comes to you expressing yourself in your own particular idiom, shall we say, that's unique. And only you can move like that. So that's a big impact that we think that has because you have to be very vulnerable to open yourself up like that. And then to be on stage and to present that to the public. You have to be very vulnerable and that allows you to grow so much.
Well, I learned ballet can be fun and kind of funny.
I've learned that I can be passionate. No one can judge me because I'm myself. When I come here, I feel like I actually have something to do.
Quite often we get kids whose parents just say, this is the bright spot in his week. We really enjoy coming to these classes. We wouldn't be able to have done this without you. Thank you so much for all that you do for our kids and how you look out for them. The kids show up on vans from their schools, roughly about 3:30 after school is out. And we get them in, we have them change their clothes, they have a snack. We're partnering with the All Faiths Food Bank to provide healthy snacks for them for after school. And then after that, we have one group that will go into class, and then the other group has time to work on homework. We have a computer lab upstairs, so if they have any research for a project that they're working on at school, we give them time to do that. And sometimes we just play games. Sometimes we go in another studio and do a dance party. We just try to do all kinds of different things and have fun. You know, we're here to serve the entire student. We've always been about helping to develop the whole student, but now we're even more focused on that. You know, of course, we still teach the same quality dance classes, but it's how we take care of the children, and we're trying to be more proactive and communicating more with the parents and just reaching out and saying anything that you need, we're here to help you and provide them with resources. we are really poised for tremendous success and really meeting the current needs of all of our students. The most significant moment when I see the kids really kind of connect with dance is in their performance. When we have an end-of-year performance, especially if they've never done it before, and they see how it works and that they can actually be part of it. And they're actually out there dancing. Maybe they hadn't seen themselves doing that before, but now all of a sudden it's a reality and they're thinking, I can really do this. And there's a lot that changes with some of them being on stage for the first time in the performances. And it's great to see them when they come back the next year and they have a little more confidence and they're like, okay, we got this now. Well, my passion in having been program director for this Dance the Next Generation for the last 20 years has been just to see these kids thrive, to see all of these kids having the best time of their lives and not wanting to wait to get out of the van, to get into the studio and start dancing. I've just always been in love with it, so it's great to see when one of them connects as well.
One of the things that I was really so adamant about that we had to do was to do movement for people with Parkinson's. Parkinson's is just such, it's really such a difficult illness. I mean, and yet you actually see people who, when they get there and they sit in the chair and then they suddenly start just relaxing, feeling the music, and then suddenly you find that they're actually coordinating and they just love it. It brings everybody together and everybody is just, it's just a really positive atmosphere and a really, sort of a real reward that we can offer this.
The Joyful Movement class is an opportunity for the Parkinson's community to discover dance and movement. We started it here in the studios in downtown Sarasota. When COVID hit, we went virtual, and through that, we've actually been able to reach so many more people, not just in Florida, but really around the country. We dance to all different types of music. We definitely hone in on ballet. And so the participants get to move very freely in a very safe and comfortable way. I've been able to see that after class, the students are more mobile. Even just on their faces, I can see that they have been brought joy through the class. And also, I've been able to see a community build. I think it's given me a chance to see movement from the eyes of the Parkinson's community. It's been a really rewarding experience for me as a teacher. It's really unlike any other class that I teach.
Well, we look at movement as medicine. There are so many beneficial things to movement, especially dance therapy. It can also help you be more flexible and have a better gait, which in turn will help you have fewer falls. We're so fortunate to have this partnership with the Sarasota Ballet. This Joyful Movement exercise dance class specifically really impacts our people by increasing their ability to have better motor skills. That Parkinson's disease is a movement disorder, and anytime you can reintroduce movement to their life, it's going to help them. Sarasota Ballet is so renowned in Sarasota, and we are just so fortunate to be able to have the best instructors teach the people that we work with and serve.
Silver Swans is another one where it kind of, in a way, as many of you may know that I'm a bit of a historian, and there was an amazing, one of the greatest ballerinas of all time was a lady called Dame Alicia Markova. And towards the end of her life, she was had to go into a home for a little bit. And my wife would go and visit her every day, and then she'd say, now let's go for a walk. And she'd just walk along. And then they'd suddenly say, oh, is it time? And you had this absolute legend would suddenly there and start doing the dying swan. So she'd move all her arms, and you'd get all these people around just doing, and that's exactly what it is. It's where we go in, and we've just got a variety of different people, men, ladies, different ages, and we just move. It's just that moment of enjoyment, moment of a release and things from that. So but I always think, when I think of silver swans, I always think of Dame Alicia, because she was famous for the dying swan. After Pavlova, then it was Markova, and I just feel that's a little bit sort of a play on words, the silver swans. It's a great program.
Well, we at Senior Friendship Centers are just amazed that we have the privilege of having someone like Christopher Hurd, the education director from the Sarasota Ballet, come to our center.
I realized that there was a sort of gap in the market, if you like, for having some dance experience for older learners. And so there is an organization in England called the Royal Academy of Dance that has a Silver Swans program. So myself and a couple of the other staff were trained in this program so that we could teach it to older students, and then we started to bring that into the community.
Well, my department is lifelong learning, and seniors are always learning. And as we know, dance and movement helps our memories and build all kinds of new connections in our brain. So that's very important.
I think that ballet has such an important impact on the mind and body for older learners, because often they aren't able to move, or perhaps don't feel comfortable in doing perhaps exercise that they would in a gym. What's great about ballet is that because it moves slowly, and we can make it work for different style of learning and ability as well. And I think that they realize that actually ballet is accessible at any age. I try and do lots of big movements, because often older people don't get to move in a big way because either they're not able to, or they feel uncomfortable to do it. And so I try and bring that a lot into my classes, because I think it makes them feel good afterwards as well. And the other thing which I think is kind of special about the Silver Swans program that Sarasota Ballet does is that I try and connect it to the ballet history. I'll use music from real ballets. I'll perhaps do some movements from the ballets that perhaps the company, Sarasota Ballet Company, is performing during the season. And often some of these adults will go to the performances and then make that connection. Oh my gosh, I did that movement in class and I now see it on the stage.
I actually participate in the class too, and it's just so much fun. Each week, more and more people find out about it. It's a word of mouth thing, actually. They tell their friends, and they're just amazed that we even have this program here. No dance experience is necessary. You just wear comfortable clothes, sneakers. Even Christopher wears sneakers, so nobody's wearing ballet shoes or any leotards, but you can if you want.
My job as education director is to make people realize dance is for all, whether you're 2 years old or 92 years old, and obviously the Silver Swans program feeds that older demographic. And I just want to make sure that we continue to serve as many older people as we can. From the start, where we had one senior community center, we now are at 4 different retirement communities as well as senior friendship centers, and I see that expanding. Only this week I got an email from a place we've just started, and they say, oh, they love it so much, can you come twice a week? And which is fantastic to see that, people love to do this Silver Swans program.
It is just amazing. People in the community can't believe that we have developed this partnership, and they are just thrilled, and they are sharing this with their friends and family.
So the feedback I get after the class mostly is pretty much elation. They are really excited to move, first and foremost. I think also they realize that ballet is for everybody. It's for any age. You don't have to have done it as a child or growing up or anything like that. And I think also they see that connection between the learning in the classes to perhaps what they might see if they come and see the company perform. I think it's really important that the Silver Swans program is out there in the community. Perhaps they are able to do a movement that they couldn't the week before, or they have discovered I didn't realize that I could use my left arm as well as I could, or something like that. When I teach the Silver Swans program, I always feel that I'm sharing my passion for dance with others. That's the most important thing to me. I've loved ballet since a child, and I would love to share it with others. And I think that I see on the people's faces satisfaction from their standpoint, and it could be a really simple thing that they've achieved, and it's just really wonderful.
One other thing I want to mention is our community ticket program. If you look right now, you see behind me an empty theatre. For a performer to be up there and just see that, we've got to fill the seats up. So we give so many tickets out to encourage them to come and see the ballet, for them to experience the arts. And what better way than giving them a free ticket to come and see this wonderful organisation?
So we were very excited to bring Gwendolyn, the pig, to the schools, and we chose 2nd grade as our target. And really it was their first exposure to the ballet, so just the essence of what ballet is through a story. Children must be exposed to the arts, because we know that if there is no exposure, they'll never go back to the art. Been working with Christopher. We want our children to understand music and art and dance and experience all of those things so that they have the opportunity as they grow to find better and bigger experiences.
You could learn to dance like these fantastic people here, because Sarasota Ballet has a school.
And the teachers were very excited. So we look forward to a growing relationship where we can bring in more students. On the day of the ballet performance, we have so many buses drop off our over 1,200 students that come to see the ballet, and they are all dressed up in their Sunday best. And as they are massively leaving, we're talking more than 1,000 kids, they're all dancing their way back to the buses, so it's really lovely.
We expanded Newtown Alive into the Sarasota African American Cultural Coalition, and so we've partnered with arts organizations such as the Sarasota Ballet so that we could bring the ballet into the community. It is important that we do this, that we make the arts accessible to everyone. Sarasota is an arts community, and it thrives off of arts and culture. It's special that our kids are going to get a chance to experience the ballet. They're at an age where they're trying to find themselves, and we want to identify what their gift is and point them in that direction. Some of the tickets were distributed to a spoken word artist, and she brought some of the kids on her street to see the ballet, and they dressed up, and I saw them on Facebook, and they looked so cute. And she said one of the little girls asked her, "Where's the popcorn?" We can make the arts more accessible to communities such as Newtown, and we should, because everybody needs to be enriched by what the arts offer.
What I would like to do now is continue to increase our programming across the local community. We bring the entire community together in a celebration of dance, the arts, local culture. It's really important in my role and also all of the education department to serve our local community, because dance should be for everyone. It doesn't matter whether you have any ability or any experience, we want to make sure that dance is accessible. I really think the important thing is that we reach and serve our community so that people know the Sarasota Ballet is not an elitist place, it's open to anyone and everyone.
Sarasota Ballet.
The ballet is just not one-dimensional artistic form. The passion is there from our perspective. I think from a financial perspective, we definitely are looking for the means through which we can deliver these programs to the community. Either through individual supporters, grants, etc., that we have the capability of reaching students, 1,000 students in one theater for a performance, or going to various community centers and performing. We've got great ideas of what we want to be, but that's going to take work, it's going to take professionals, and it is going to take financing. The ballet and the trustees, we really believe that being part of the community is so important, and bringing the ballet to the community as well as being involved in the community in various ways, enriching lives for people that perhaps don't know anything about the ballet.
As the box office manager, it's my responsibility, it's actually my pleasure, to not only help with ticketing, but my responsibility starts with ticketing and ends when the curtain comes down. So I like to tell folks that I'm responsible from the parking lot to the front of the stage. I want to say it's my responsibility, but it's a pleasure. A lot of the folks, when they call, they've never been to the Sarasota Ballet before. And I make notes. I'm bringing my 8-year-old daughter. I'm bringing my 5-year-old son. And of course, that's when I ask them their ages, so I know that to place them here, especially in this venue, so that they won't miss a thing by sitting in the mezzanine. We reach out to our local ticketing partners. We have the Newtown Alive, as well as the Una Dos Now, the Boys and Girls Club, Girls Inc. The other thing that we offer is to our Dance the Next Generation. We offer them complimentary tickets along for the students as well as their families. Well, I think everyone should experience the ballet. Each year we have given complimentary tickets for over 750 to 1,000 individuals. I used to be in the military, so I call them souls. A lot of times people think cost, and there's a certain thought about the ballet. Ballet's for everybody, and whether you love the music or the dance or both, it is affordable, but by reaching out to the communities that may not have this opportunity to come to the performances, it really makes a difference. Well, here at the ballet, we offer student rush discounts, and that's a fantastic one, because a lot of times the students, they can't afford a full price ticket, but we offer that day of performance, and it is available for every performance that we do. And we also offer military discount, and all I ask is folks to call, and I'll share that with them. I can speak from experience of growing up. My parents were they were my parents, but they were foster parents for over 40 years. And those foster children would come to our home sometimes with just what was on their back and a pillow. And, as an adult, I think back on those times, and I remember my family would take them to Broadway shows. We would go to opera and to dance, and I learned that at a very young age, that I had the opportunity to do this. So I'm so happy to be part of a family now, the ballet family that is, that offers this to our community. It's not only children, because children can't drive themselves to the theater, so their parents get to come with them, and a lot of them are adults that have never been to the theater. So much so, I actually had a woman today pick up a gift certificate, and it's just as an example. Her mother is 94 years old. She has never been to the ballet, and she's coming tonight. There's a certain joy in their voice, happiness. I like to focus on the happiness. Whether it's my own happiness or someone else's happiness, it's still the same thing.
up in a painted cup, right in the sky like a firefly. Like a firefly. I believe to believe is to feel the fire grow within. I believe to believe is to see how the present comes from dreams. Up in a painted cup, I will paraglide across the sky. Let flowers and tiny hearts shaping a line in the cup of ours. So sweet like a honeybee can buzz around a honey tree. Up in a painted cup, right in the sky like a firefly. Like a firefly.
As you can see, we are very proud of the work that we're doing in the community. Many of you may know us from the incredible performances that we bring to the stage, and I hope after today you'll also know us for the incredible community performances and programs we bring to the Sarasota, Manatee, and Charlotte communities. As a patron, you empower and strengthen our community by providing opportunity for individuals of all ages to participate in the arts and culture community and in the incredible programs that we provide throughout Sarasota, Manatee, and Charlotte counties.
The Sarasota Ballet is so much more than just a performing company. We do it for you, our local community. I am so passionate about sharing dance with everyone. We have incredible community partners that work with us to bring the dance to even more people.
I hope by now you'll be really inspired. But this is just the start of it. There is far more that I would like to do. I just hope that you'll see what our mission is and help us grow even more by your generosity. I know how much you give already to the company, but this part of the organization is really important. It's really something that means a lot to me, and I'd really want to thank you so much in advance of your generosity.
Up in a painted cup, I will pour my love from a cloud above. So bright I can see the lights taking you up and above the blue sky. Tastes good to be drinking all of the honey sweet brew of ours. Up in a painted cup, right in the sky like a firefly. Like a firefly. I believe to believe is to feel the fire grow within. I believe to believe is to see how the present comes from dreams. Up in a painted cup, I will paraglide across the sky. Let flowers and tiny hearts shaping a line in the cup of ours. So sweet like a honeybee can buzz around a honey tree. Up in a painted cup, right in the sky like a firefly. Like a firefly. I believe to believe is to feel the fire grow within. I believe to believe is to see how the present comes from dreams. Color in my love, love, love. 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 Up in the painted cup, I pour my love from a color in my love, love, love. my love, my love, my love. Ooh, I'm coloring my love, my love.